Bob, what made you Darvish so good today?
Well, I mean, we're getting pretty spoiled. It's kind of a typical Darvish game where he goes 7 innings, he throws about 100 pitches, doesn't give up much, pitches out of jams when he needs to, and invents pitches along the way. So, most starters you worry about third and fourth time around the lineup, but not really with him when he's going good, because he can give you different looks all the way around. And this just seems like a typical game for him.
AJ in the front.
Bob, you've had a lot of faith in Trent Grisham and Josh Bell, and for them to come through like they did tonight, what does that mean for you guys in this game, and what can that mean for you guys now? Yeah,
I mean, they've been big for us over the course of the season, and they have track records. It's almost like sometimes a relief when a season is over that you struggled a little bit or struggled for a period of time towards the end. It's 0-0, batting averages are back to 0-0-0 again, and it's just like a new life for them. So, JB had pretty good success off Max in the past, and that played a lot into it today. Even put him in the 4-hole. So, I know he feels good about his work tonight. So does Trent, and hopefully this gets him going.
Max isn't a guy that gives up 7 runs very often. What is it about kind of your approach tonight that you think was able to be effective?
We hit some mistakes when he made them, which he does not do very often. So, when you get a mistake from him, you better take advantage of it, because you don't get too many. And then, we got on him early, made him work early in the game, and gave up some runs. We're a little bit on the run, but this is not a game that you normally see out of Max, so we were fortunate.
Bryce in front.
Yeah, Bob, I understood what you meant when you said this is kind of a typical outing for you, but really the scenario and backdrop's completely unique.
Right.
You're on the road playing a 101-win team against Max Scherzer. He pitched out of trouble, 101 strikes, I think, or 71 or 72
Yep.
strikes out of 101 pitches. On all those levels, how do you kind of sum what he did tonight?
Well, it's a veteran guy who's pitched in postseason. Going into the game today, he wanted to be as normal as it possibly could for him, like it was a regular season game. He wasn't putting too much pressure on himself. His routine was the same, starting with what he does when he gets here to the ballpark. So I think he was just trying to make it as normal a start as you possibly can, even though it's the postseason. It's here, it's a packed house, but he seemed to do okay with it.
Far right, over here.
Hey, Bob. First pitch swinging against Max. Profar singles on the first pitch of the game.
Right.
A homer on the first pitch. Nola first pitch. Manny first pitch. Is that something you saw in the approach? Something you might be able to get with him?
There's different ways to try to go about a starter like that. You try to get on them early, if a lot of times before they get into a rhythm. After that, if they are, you try to make them throw some pitches and hopefully get them out earlier in the game. But today it was, early swinging before he got into a rhythm. He never really got to settle in. So, that was kind of the approach early on. If you get a good pitch to hit, go ahead and do it, and then we'll try to figure it out later. But lucky enough to get, not only score some balls up, but hit them over the fence, which, obviously, get some multiple runs.
Far left, Ed.
Bob, were you surprised about your club hitting 4 home runs off a pitcher with that pedigree like Scherzer?
I'd like to say no, but sure. I mean, this guy's as good as you get. So you don't get very many opportunities or games like this out of Max. So we were fortunate in that respect. But we also had a good approach early on. We were aggressive and got some mistakes to hit. And next thing you know, obviously we had a 3-run lead early, and then tacked on 4 more in the 5th.
Down here on the right, Rustin.
Bob, you mentioned Josh's numbers against Max. Why do you think that's a good matchup for him?
You probably have to ask him. I just go look at the numbers, and we were trying to get an extra left-handed bat in there. Drury was the one guy that didn't play today. Numbers are a little bit better off him against lefties. So, you try to get some guys in there that had success against them before. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. We were lucky enough to have it happen tonight.
Over there in the front, Jay.
Bob, obviously you was okay because you left him in, but what did he do there, and what made you confident to keep him in, and how was he feeling?
He had a little blister going on his foot. It happens to him sometimes when the mound's a little dry, and it's happened to him at home a couple times before. But he's pretty close to coming out of the game. He can always reach back and get an extra out.
Good. Anything else? Okay, one more there, AJ in the front.
Can you speak to your level of confidence going into tomorrow with Blake on the mound and where you guys kind of stand one game up?
Yeah, look, Blake's been pitching great. So, it's just about individualizing tomorrow's game. We're just going to go in and try to play it, similar to how we did today. Every game in a 3-game series feels like it's, monumental. So, the same approach, the same kind of scheme going in, same preparation. Pitcher that's been pitching well over the course of the last couple of months for us, so we'll feel good.
Thank you, Bob.
A little bit about the postseason being kind of a reset. After kind of the way the 2 months have gone since you came to the Padres, how good did that feel to kind of get the reset in that first at-bat?
No, yeah, it felt really good. Obviously things didn't go my way the last couple of months, but, I was talking to my dad about it yesterday. He was just like, every at-bat that you've had, major leagues, minor leagues, amateur ball, was all practice for this moment. So, you got the most important at-bats of your career ahead of you, so just make the most of them. So hopefully I can continue to do that.
What did it mean, the confidence that Bob showed, not only in starting you, but putting you in the number 4 hole tonight?
No, it was huge. I feel like, I talked about it before. There's no anxiety coming out of that man. He trusts 1 through 9. He trusts everyone in the clubhouse. So for him to, trust in me there and slate me behind Machado, it definitely meant a lot, and I was happy to pull through.
Straight back, Mike.
Josh, to be able to come out so strong against Max because of his pedigree, especially in the postseason, how good was it to just be aggressive against him and to put 7 runs up against him?
No, it was huge. Obviously we want to set a standard here, get our starters some run support and let them do their job on the bump. We were able to do that tonight, and, hopefully we can do that tomorrow with snow.
Okay, what else we got for Josh here? Kevin?
What is it about seeing Max Scherzer like you do? How do you hit so well against him?
I don't know. I feel like, just on time for the fastball, ready for it. Hit the fastball a couple times, hit the cutter a couple of times. I feel like generally any starter, if you see the fastball well and you're on time for it, good things happen. So that's what happened tonight.
You referred to your conversation with your father. Was there any time before that where you started to kind of maybe look forward to the postseason as an opportunity to change things?
No, we were trying to get there for the most part. Obviously I wanted to finish strong. Obviously I wanted to, hit 400 the second half, but, it didn't happen for me. But for me to have a fresh slate here and know that, it's not about me, it's about this team pushing forward. It's a different atmosphere, and, it's a lot of fun in the clubhouse.
Down here in the front, Rustin.
Josh, how would you describe the bat flip and just how that felt?
I don't know. I kind of blacked out for it. There's not a lot of times where when you get a ball, especially opposite field. Looking back on it, I don't even remember doing it. Got a lot of pine tar in my hands too, so I was trying to get rid of the bat. I don't think it was anything too egregious, but I'm just happy to be in the moment there, and whatever happened, happened.
Josh, I know you've been waiting for that first postseason at-bat for a long, long time now. For you to do what you did in that at-bat, what did that moment feel like for you?
It felt like I was on a cloud. Obviously, hyper-focused just with the atmosphere and all that here. Just knowing the importance of each and every pitch, and, trying to get on the board early, and, trying to be on time, not missing mistakes. And, for me to pull through there, it was huge for me, and it was huge for the team. Obviously, you got a guy like you on the mound. It only takes, a couple of rounds of run support, and you can just do his job. So I'm happy to help.
Okay, I know you guys got to catch your bus, so anything else? Okay.
Thank you, guys.